So this girl is being outwardly rude to me, and in my head I'm like, oh, this babe fine. Like, I don't know what I did to this girl that made my presence so irritating to her that every time she saw me, she wanted to, like, she had this innermost desire to see me suffer. And for the sake of this video, let's call her Elizabeth. Now, Elizabeth was a very pretty, smart, and charismatic girl. If she was a One Piece character, I would say she had Conqueror's Haki. She had this finesse that made me attracted to her. And she gave her this very pleasant vibe to everybody around her except me. Now, while on one hand, Elizabeth is looking like a goddess from my definition, on the other hand, I wasn't the smartest guy in class, but I had good grades. I wasn't the finest dude, but I had some bragging rights when it came to being handsome. By the way, I said I had. And I wasn't charismatic in any way. I was timid. In fact, I was a shy guy who always brought noodles to school. By the way, this happened when I was around the age of 4 to 5 years and in my final year of elementary school. Yes, I was a kid, and this was the first time I was ever attracted to a girl. I feel like my admiration for the beauty and the flawlessness of women started at a very young age. And back then, I didn't know what I felt. It was so different, so unusual. I didn't know what a crush was or what it meant to have feelings for someone. All I knew was that I felt something unusual towards this girl. I mean, she was being rude to me, but at the same time, I saw her in a much more attractive way. Now, before I get into the details of how she bullied me, let me explain to you guys how our class setting was back then. Now, we were 32 students in a class and we had 8 tables. 8 square-shaped and wide tables, not too wide, but wide enough to occupy 4 students around the age of 4 to 5 years. Now, do the maths. 8 tables, 4 students at each table. 8 times 4, 32. So yeah. Now, fortunately and unfortunately for me, I was sitting down at the same table with Elizabeth. At my right side was a guy named Favor who was my friend. At my left side was a girl who was Elizabeth's friend, but to me she was a minion. Like, I didn't consider her a friend to Elizabeth. I considered her a servant. Like, this girl did almost everything Elizabeth wanted. Now, when I said fortunately for me, it was because I could see Elizabeth's face every day. Like, I could feel her presence almost every time. And you know how it feels now when you like someone or you have a crush. Seeing them around you just gives you happiness. But unfortunately for me, on the other side of the story, this girl made sure to make my life miserable. Like, she made good use of her time to annoy me. She would make fun of me, throw shades at me. And whenever I said something that opposed what she wanted to say, she would always tell me to shut up. Like, one time we were asked to draw a ball. It was during drawing session or art session, as we like to call it. So we were asked to draw a ball, and I drew this. Like, I don't know what the hell this is, but I knew I drew this as a ball. Now, my teacher was pissed because that was like the 6th time I was drawing the exact same thing for a ball. And she was like, "People." Okay, she was a lady, so let me try and do her voice. People. Okay, no.
People, it's every time you draw a ball like this. Can't you draw a ball like the rest of your classmates? Look at the ball. Is it the same ball? Is that a ball look like?
Oh my god, that was weird. Sorry. So my timid and shy self just broke down, and I started crying because I felt bad that I couldn't draw a ball. And Elizabeth was laughing. She was just laughing because, according to her, I suck. And in her own perspective, she was an artistic goddess because her ball was very pretty. Now, the guy beside me, Favor, was my friend and he wanted to help me, but he was so afraid of Elizabeth that his fear for her was stronger than the desire to help his friend. So he just minded his business, and I just remained there crying like a fool. Sorry, I meant crying like a baby. So most of the times that I got bullied or insulted by Elizabeth, I didn't really react. Like 99.9% of the time, I didn't react. But there was this one time that, like, she pushed me beyond my limit. Like, I said I wasn't going to take any of her bull craps anymore. So what happened was that this girl threatened to throw the food in my lunchbox away. Like, I don't know what led to that scenario, but I can remember vividly in my head that back then she was with her friends and she said in a very cute and sassy voice,
"I will throw your enemy away."
Now I was like, no. Like, I've had enough. You can mess with me, say rude things to me, make my day feel miserable, but nobody messes with my food. Nobody touches my lunchbox. So I released my rage and those girls could crumble. Like, I could see the fear in their face. They were like, "Oh my god, God, we're going to die. It's going to destroy us all. I will put an end to your miserable lives. So I walked up to my teacher. I reported Elizabeth to her, and she called Elizabeth and asked her if what I said was true. And this demon in a human body was like,
No, ma, I didn't do it like that.
like this girl denied in front of me, and she was so convincing. You know when Peter denied Jesus in the Bible, exactly like that. Like she was so convincing, and her friends also lied on her behalf, and I just stood there looking like a fool. Wow. Most of the times I got bullied or insulted by Elizabeth, I never once held ill feelings toward her. Like I didn't hate her, I didn't want her to die. All I wanted was to see her every day smiling and being cheerful like she usually was. And no, I am not a masochist if that's what you are thinking. I just didn't understand how I felt. I wonder how she's doing though. I just hope she's making good use of her time. I'd like to know. I'll see how she has grown up as a very young lady. But that will never happen because she probably will never watch this video. And even if she does watch the video, she wouldn't know I was referring to her because I never once said her name. So this is where I bring the video to an end. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button. Also check out my other videos, and if you do enjoy my content, do not forget to subscribe and share to your friends or a friend who you know will enjoy the video. So check out my playlist, and I'll be seeing you all next time on I Am Lukarumodoshi. Peace out.